All righty, welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Trump-appointed federal judge has temporarily blocked President Trump from deploying any federalized National Guard troops into Portland. Both California and Oregon have sued after President Trump ordered troops from both states to Portland to respond to ICE protests. The president says the judge is untethered in reality, and White House lawyers plan to appeal. Joining us to talk about it for our usual Trump time, political analyst Dr. Dietrich von Biedenfeld and University of Houston downtown professor Dr. David Branham. Now, it's my understanding some of those troops, I think maybe to Illinois, were supposed to come from Texas as well, right?
That's right. Governor Abbott gave him permission to use the National Guard from Texas to move to other cities. So this is part of Governor Abbott's way of jumping on board with Donald Trump again. He did it first with redistricting. Now he's doing it with the Texas National Guard.
Now, the judges the judge denying President Trump allowing him to bring in or federalize the National Guard. Are you surprised by this ruling?
I'm a little surprised by the ruling, but I think the reason why, in all honesty, I think the reason why the ruling came was because I think they did a very poor job of presenting their case. I mean, she was asking, tell me why, give me your justification for putting the National Guard into Portland. Tell me. And they were... In
her response, she gave a very detailed answer why they could not.
Exactly. And so I think she wanted to give the president that leeway. She was a Trump appointee. I think she wanted to give the president that leeway. But he has, if you listen to him on the news, he doesn't make a very compelling argument. All he says is Portland is burning down, but we don't see buildings burning down in Portland. So he's not making a good argument on this. If he could have some reasonable justification, give some statistical data, show some pictures of this issue going on, maybe he would have a little better chance of justifying doing this.
And does it help that one woman shot and killed in Illinois in the clash there, and one state lawmaker in Illinois, or I'm not sure if it's state or local, but she was manhandled and arrested by federal agents as well, and it was caught on camera. Does that help his case at all?
I don't think so. I think these isolated incidents, as Judge Always Good, as immer gut would mean in German, this 2019 Trump appointee clearly articulated a playbook, and Trump officials have simply been lazy about articulating certain arguments that would work to support something that doesn't look like posse comitatus violations and so forth. So these isolated incidents do not reach the threshold where the National Guard would supersede local authorities. Per se, there should be some invitation if there was a concern. And so Tennessee is a great example of a state that has been welcoming. And the Democratic governor of Memphis, or mayor of Memphis, has said, I would welcome this. And so President Trump's officials could work very clearly in these jurisdictions. And I do think there's a workaround where we found friendly governors, such as Governor Abbott, saying, well, you can use our troops and federalize them and use them in different jurisdictions because of the Supreme Court's limitation on district judge authority. But these isolated incidents don't meet the threshold, and when we have so many of these signal gate type gaffes where officials are just making weak arguments or making the other side's argument for them, again, snatching defeat from the jaws of victory, they can't be helped.
And what's the criteria, for those who are wondering, that would allow this and that would a federal judge would welcome it if they hit these 3 bullet points?
Well, the big thing is, can the state handle the crime that's going on? If there are federal officials that are in jeopardy, if there are federal laws that are being violated that the state can't do anything about, and they need federal troops to come in, the president doesn't even need permission in that situation. He can send them in.
Eisenhower's done it. Kennedy did it.
Yeah, but there's been many. George H.W. Bush did it. So there have been many instances when they did it, but they've always had compelling reasons to do it, and there wasn't much argument on whether or not it was justified.